Hello guys, what's up? I'm Brian doing a live stream. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these, but I figured, hey, why not? I just quickly try to turn on this light though, because I forgot to do that. There, a little more light. Hello. Actually, the main reason why I want to do a live stream today is because it's my 9th year anniversary on YouTube. I've been on here for 9 years. What the hell am I doing? Hello, Brian Julian, stop motion reviewer, the Autobot leader Optimus Prime, the very same. Ethan, stop motion guy, duh. Bad, Alsource, and Torvo. Let's see, Ostomus Prime. Sorry. Lost Prime. I'm bad with names. K Jones, Nick YT, and yeah. If more people come in, I might shout them out too. But if I miss a bunch of people, I do apologize for that. Bumblebee, Flimister, and Max. Mac. Yeah. At least you're noticed. Snarl 399. TFN 1985. So yeah. Let's talk about some things. Updates on the channel. What's going on with the channel? What are you doing, Brian? Let us know. What's going on? Well, if you stop screaming at me, maybe I'll tell you. I'm currently trying to work on the Studio Series reviews, as I've mentioned before, for April. That is part of the Autism Acceptance Month type thing. I will get back to the chat and answer some questions. But anyways, so I am doing the Autism Acceptance Month thing. It's going to be changed to that from Autism Awareness Month from last year. It's a thing that I try to do every year. I think I only skipped out once, but there was a reason for that. I can't remember the reason. I might have just been so backed up on other things that I couldn't really necessarily do it. But I do recall skipping a year doing this. But I've done it for so many years that I felt like taking a break wasn't, that big of a deal, especially when I'm still currently doing it. Anyway, so for Autism Acceptance Month, obviously doing a lot of Studio Series reviews. Currently, what I've got uploaded is Studio Series Stinger, Crowbar, Ratchet, Lockdown, and Jazz. I just filmed the Dark of the Moon Ratchet. I've written the Shadow Raider review. So I might film that today. I still want to work on the Helicopter Dropkick, KSI Sentry, Brawl, and the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. So that's the whole list of reviews that I'm planning on doing. But if I can't get through every single review, I'll just upload the ones that that I've got. Because last year I was trying to do 15 reviews. And I want to specifically do 5, 5, and 5 because last year was the Prime Wars trilogy. So I wanted to do 5 Combiner Wars, 5 Titans Returns, 5 Power of the Primes. And it was such a struggle for me, but I tried to even them out. So when I got done with the Combiner Wars stuff, I already had 5 reviews done. So I had to do Titans Returns and Power of the Primes at the same amount. And it just drove me nuts. So the beauty of doing Studio Series right now is that I don't feel like I have to significantly do those 11 reviews, but I can do them if I want to. But what I really wanted to talk about was those aren't the only reviews that are coming up, because I'm going to try and plan ahead for a couple of reviews before April. And you're probably wondering, hey, what reviews are you going to do for April? If you have the time for it. I'm thinking the first one is Studio Series Soundwave, because I really like this thing. If you don't have it, you should probably try and get it. It's a really fun toy. Yes, it's got a backpack, but I mean, if that's all you're going to focus on, you are missing out on a really good figure. And then the other review that I have planned, if I have time for it, but I really want to do this because I want to get an Earthrise review out there. As I said, I'll get to the chat in a second. Is the Earthrise Grapple. That's a review that I really want to get done because it's the only large Earthrise figure that I have at the moment. I only got it's not even a word. I only have the Micromasters and Grapple. I have both of the Micromaster packs. I like your Insane Asylum one is next. Funny you bring that up because we just filmed one last night. Funny story about that, and then I will get to the chat, is that we had filmed an Insane Asylum about 2 weeks ago when we were talking about Toy Fair stuff. But the issue is the last part of that got cut off. So the file, it's not even there. I don't know what happened to it. OBS was recording it, but for some reason, the last hour just doesn't exist anymore. So what I had decided to do was, we could just film a second part of it and then add it to the video. But what I had not realized is that we could have just made a part 1 and part 2 video and gave you the part 1 early. And I'm still probably going to do a part 1 and part 2 anyways. But I think it worked out pretty well because if I just gave you the part 1 and you waited 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure people would be impatient for that. So, did you see the pic on Discord? Hey, Orbital Bacon. Hey, Tailgate009. Frankie Nolan. Cyber. I'm sorry if I'm missing a whole bunch of names. But I do appreciate you guys checking out the channel. I don't know why, for some reason, in this live stream, I couldn't monetize it. Maybe if I go to my YouTube settings, maybe there's something there that I can check out. But, yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me. Maybe if I go here. I also heard that YouTube was going to the studio thing. Like, it's going directly to that now, which sucks because a lot of people are vocal about how much it sucks because it takes too long to load anything. But I guess that doesn't really matter. That's weird. So YouTube just immediately knew that was my 9th anniversary. I'm sorry, I'm just checking the settings and then I will go to... oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I can just go to the channel and find it there. But yes, I will get to the chat. Don't worry about it. I know you're screaming at me. Okay, live stream. Just go to there. You might hear me for a second. Come on. How come it only shows one comment? Let's see. Really? It won't let me edit from here? Nope. Nope. Oh, wait. Oh, I see. I'm on the wrong one. Because I was setting up a live stream earlier. And it just did not really want to work. And now my screen is frozen. Nope. Oh, wait. Oh, and I could hear myself. That's always fun. Nah, for some reason, it just won't let me edit my video from here. It's weird. Well, I guess this isn't going to be monetized. Let's see. Okay, going back to the thing. Okay, there we go. Blue Raccoon 10 is also here. Tailgate IDW. Viva Volticon. Marks and Marty. All right. Starting off from Marks and Marty comments, I will read stuff. Happy birthday for 9 years. Yeah! I still gotta do a lot of shows. I really want to do a lot of series. I'm hoping that by June I'll be able to film a whole bunch of shows. And the reason why I'm saying June is because there might be something planned. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, for our early Happy Autism Month, that also includes me, and not just the April 14th is going to be my birthday. Oh, happy early birthday! If you guys want to repeat a question that you had earlier or a comment that you had earlier, go ahead if I missed it. God, Twitter had a random incident. Thank you guys for saying happy anniversary and stuff. I'm sorry if I don't respond to every single one. But yeah, there was a whole Twitter thing going on. Basically, I had commented on something, and some other guy was trying to make these heated arguments and conversations that didn't really revolve anything about that because they wanted to bait, uh, ignorant people. Like it was about sexuality and people who are bi and stuff like that. But the whole conversation that we had earlier didn't involve that. They just brought it up so that they can lure people into that. Please save this live. It should be, as far as I know. I tried to keep the live streams up after a while. Are you still going to do the video testimonial thing for the Autism Acceptance Month? I believe I will. Yeah, I should. Because with the Studio Series thing, I don't really talk too much about the Autism Acceptance Month. It's mostly just kind of a theme for that, and then I'll tie it into Autism Acceptance Month. So to make sure that people are aware that that's what's going on, I will do a video on that. Which characters do you want to see in the next sequel to Bumblebee movie? I want to see a Titan now, but I don't think they're going to do that. What I would like to see is just more of those classic characters. They brought in Brawn for like no reason except to have Brawn. I would like to see Hoist and Trailbreaker. I think that would be cool. Let's see. Do you think it would be cool if we got Studio Series Bumblebee movie Wheeljack with light piping? I mean, I wouldn't argue with it, but I also kind of don't care. I feel like the reason why we're getting the Cliff Jumper is because we know we're getting a Bumblebee from that. My next 2 weeks will be filled with memes. Let's see. I saw 01 Trans Fan has a following. What is your favorite figure of Transformers that is on your shelf right behind you? Oh God, I don't know. It was Universe Classics Onslaught for a while, but now it's just I don't know. 9 years, yeah. Wait, were they dissing bi people? No, they weren't. What was happening was they were trying to lure people who are ignorant to join in a random conversation. Basically, just trying to lure people into a conversation that the original conversation didn't even have. Like they were just talking about, bisexual and other things, and I don't get it. I want to see RC get more screen time. Yeah. Hey, thanks for spamming the chat. Put user in timeout because. Which, by the way, oh my God, that hurts so much. Saying gay a lot. Ooh. Which, by the way, if you're saying that because of the whole bi thing, I wasn't offended by that. They weren't calling me bi. They weren't calling me gay, which, by the way, isn't even an insult. The whole thing is they were trying to lure a conversation that didn't need to be. There's a time and place for things. How long do you think Studio Series will run for? I don't know. I'd be surprised if it run to the end of next year. Okay, so I skipped out on a couple of questions. Hmm. The characters I want to see is Bumblebee 2's Jazz and Trailbreaker, Sunstreaker, Sideswipe, and maybe Windcharger. Sideswipe would be cool. Would be nice to have Sunstreaker just to have those two now in a movie. Barricade and Blackout just as not. You know what? Barricade would be nice. I would love to actually repaint the Cliffjumper now as Barricade. Let's see. That reminds me, I need to pick up the Shockwave from Studio Series. I still haven't managed to get that, but I'm also not concerned about it. What's your fave Studio Series? I kind of had a feeling this question would pop up. So I'm still going to settle for Studio Series Ironhide. I think that is so far the best one. The scale for the truck does not work, and there are gaps in certain areas, but it's so fun. It looks so good that I can't resist that thing, and I have hardly any actual quality issues with it. But if I had to follow up with that, honestly, Studio Series Soundwave, I have not been able to put down. Least favorite, I will just say at the moment, is Studio Series Barricade. Because that thing is too small for some of the engineering tricks. It needs more tabs. There's certain things that just barely get out of the way. And it's like, you know, a Transformer toy should be fun. And if it's not, it kind of fails at being a Transformer. So, yeah, Studio Series Barricade, not a good toy. I don't have the Bumblebee Shatter car version, so I can't say anything. If I'm spamming in the chat, sorry. It's fine. It's just that guy repeated the same thing over and over again for like no reason, just to get at me. Oh my god! It's not like I've never seen that before. I you think Wave 3 and Wave 4 of Us Wise P will be back because of everything going. Hey guys, do me a favor and please proofread. I don't want to like target this guy or anything, but please proofread your comment before you send it so that I'm not confused with what you're saying. Do you think also that SSO on Bumblebee is garbage fire? I don't have it, so I can't say. I heard some people have had a better version of it, like the second release of it had better quality. I'm not talking about the clunker Bumblebee. I'm talking about the original one. So I can't say for sure. It really depends on what you get. I hope in the War for Cybertron trilogy we could get Hover and Gears. Oh, Huffer and Gears. Yeah. Same. Do you get Earthrise Optimus? Can you measure him with power? POPE1? Oh, Alita 1. Please say Power of the Primes like POTP if you mean that, because POP just kind of screws me up. But anyways, no, I don't have it. I said before, the only Earthrise stuff I have so far is the Micromasters and Grapple. That's it. And Grapple I want to review soon. Oh, so there we're starting a yeah. Kind of pointless. Yeah, that's exactly it. They were starting a pointless conversation that could have been heated, but they just wanted to start it because why not? There's a time and place for it. If you want to start the conversation, start it yourself. Why are you going into a conversation? And the best part about the whole thing was that they told someone else not to get triggered, not to get offended, but they started the conversation getting offended by something I said. Let's see. What are your goals for YouTube in the future? I want to actually work on the shows that I want to work on. I have Studio Series Shockwave. It's amazing. Trust me, you will love it. I'll love it because it's Shockwave. You know, he's my favorite character. Is Cam your brother from another father? How did you know? I have the G1 Shockwave. I had to get it. I think I got it last year. That was one of the Holy Grail figures I was looking for. Just got G1 Galactic pre-Shockwave. Oh, I need to get that. Actually, that's a figure that I was like, do I really need to? Because it's like Shockwave again. It was like $80 on Amazon. I'm like, I would like no Hot Rod, so Optimus Prime doesn't. The TF5 Voyager Optimus can pull the Earthrise Prime trailer. Okay. Do you watch Jobby the Hong, aka the Swivel Man? Yes, I do. I'm trying to catch up to the chat, so I'm sorry if I skip a few things. Which do you prefer, Earthrise toys or Studio Series? Probably Earthrise so far, because I've got Grapple and he just blows my mind. Are you getting those idiotic trap music? Yes, I am. Actually, I blocked a few of them, and I haven't actually gotten them in a while, but I did. And now I think they're disguising themselves as different channels now, because I've noticed that some of the other comments have been the same. What type of Grimlock would you have if you were a TF? Or gimmick, sorry. If you were a TF. Kind of like the Armada Minicon gimmick. I thought those were cool. Just to have a little partner. Like, the whole gimmick is you have another character that unlocks something. I thought that was kind of cool. Do you want any Beast Wars figures? Yes, I do, actually. I've been looking into trying to get some more. Do you think they would be dumb enough to make him a con? I don't think it would be dumb. I mean, it really depends on the story they make. I heard about the Nemesis Ultra Magnus. It might have a Decepticon logo, might have not about symbol. I think that the overall paint job is just going to be like the side swipe and the Chromia that's out right now. Because if you look at the box, it looks like Ultra Magnus is just dirtied up a little more. Titan class, Metroplex, and Commander class Devastator. No, I don't think so. I think that's going to be too early for that. I would like to see a new Metroplex, though, because someone had brought up that we should have a more G1 style Metroplex, and I totally agree with that. But I think it's possible. I just think that with Unicron going on right now, it just doesn't really fit. And also, I feel that it would be a little too early for Devastator, because Devastator was a big project for them to do for that year. So I think they might want to move on to something different. I think it's a little too early for Devastator to happen. And I keep trying to tell people, I think it's a little too early for that. Is Tio okay with having his real name out there? My Twitter's got my real name. I refer to myself as Brian in videos. So. At the weekend 6 now. Okay, cool. I'm trying to catch up with comments, so which Studio Series toy do you plan on getting next? I'm hoping for the Shockwave, but I think I need to get that Scavenger. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm missing stuff, but I need to catch up on this. Netflix, War for Cybertron series. I'm optimistic, but I'm not super excited. What does YouTube friend mean? When I saw those trap music commenters. Basically, it doesn't mean anything because they're all copy and paste. Earthrise Optimus Prime is shorter than Power of the Prime's Elita 1. Yeah, I kind of expected that. I'm not sure if I want to get that Earthrise. I'm sorry if that's a little too bright. Oh, it's that lamp. Okay. I'm not sure if I want to get the Earthrise Optimus Prime. I mean, it looks cool. It definitely does. It looks like the G1 Optimus Prime. But I have the Siege, and I got that Dark the Moon Optimus Prime. I really like it. And basically, it's a Voyager Optimus Prime with the trailer, but it comes with so much stuff. Like, it comes with all these weapons and accessories and whatnot, and you can fit Optimus Prime with it. When it comes to the Earthrise one, it's mostly just a box, which I wouldn't have too much of a problem with. I think that's fine because, I mean, essentially, that's what it was in Generation 1, so I shouldn't really be too concerned about it. But I just feel that it's really not enough. It doesn't have a roller. The drone itself isn't that big. It's like a tiny little thing. Um, I just feel like it needs something more to really get me at it. Like, really get me going. Like, yeah, I really need that. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, it's worth it. But it really doesn't. When you compare it to that previous Optimus Prime, it really doesn't. And I know someone's going to say, well, the engineering in the Voyager Optimus and it comes with the Matrix just doesn't feel like enough. Uh, okay. Where would your Minicon port be? Probably on the back. BTW, do you want a TF figure made out of frozen dried poo for free? I'm glad we're taking this seriously. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably good, but it's just, is it worth the price? If I could get it on sale, then yeah, maybe. But there's other figures like Astro Train, Shockwave, Scavenger, that Dark the Moon Megatron I still haven't gotten. I might want to get those instead. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, they really are. When it comes to the leader class toys, we haven't gotten a leader class size figure since Grimlock. I think the last figure that really felt like it's worth it and necessary for the leader class toys, even though it's a figure shorter than the average leader or what leaders were originally, is that Dark of the Moon Optimus because it comes with so much. And I guess you could say also Jetfire, even though he's kind of short, you can make him taller and he's got so much mass to him. But yeah, there's just a lot of figures that really feel like they're not, putting enough in it, you know. Got rid of Siege Prime, so I definitely need it. MP, that reminds me, I gotta work on the script for Vessel. That actually reminds me of the reason why we haven't really done much for Vessel is because I've been focused on other things. I would like to, sometime in June, work on that, or maybe on my off time, I'd like to work on that. But for right now, I just got so many other things planned that, yeah, it just kind of, gets off to the side. We've also been planning it for probably more than a year and a half. So would you want Earthrise Prime if someone sent you one? Well, yeah. Again, if it's on sale, then fine. It's not a bad figure. It's just I don't feel like there's enough in it to justify that leader class price. And yes, it comes with the trailer and stuff, but is that trailer like for us out here? Leaders are $70 and Voyagers are $30. So with that, there needs to be like $40 worth of extra stuff, or at least $30. I'd be fine with. The trailer just doesn't seem like it's $30 more of stuff. It feels like, if anything, another deluxe or something. I don't know. It's a box. It's a hollow box with wheels. Ultimate Lord leaders, yeah, and you know what? Those are cheaper, but also they're not that complex. That actually reminds me, anyone who's seen that Cyberverse commercial for the Spark Armor toys, you see the Optimus Prime where you pull out the axe and the whole torso rotates around. The chest is supposed to fold down, but in the commercial, the chest doesn't fold down all the way, so it looks stupid. The Studio Series Dark of the Moon is awful. I really want that thing. I'm sorry. I like the style of it. So many figures we could possibly add. Nice. Are you hyped for the Netflix new series? I mentioned before, I'm optimistic. I'm not hyped for it. I've been burned from, of course, the Prime Wars trilogy, so I'm not going to be like, oh, this is obviously going to be much better than that. Could still suck. I have an honest question. Has any TF reviewer reviewed a toy new? I want to watch, but yeah. This morning I was bored and decided to rewatch TF Misfortune. That show is awful. I have the same opinion, but with the MP 3.0 version. Yeah, it's essentially the same thing for me. I got MP10, and MP44 looks good. I will say that. I do like how complicated it looks. I like how streamlined it looks. I like the aesthetic of it, but I mean, I know someone's going to say, well, it's not actually $600 if you get it from the right place. It's $600 out here in a local store where they actually get it from, the companies. It's not like a comic shop where they can charge however much for it. But even looking at the $300 price, I just can't. I found a Red Wing at Target in the store. Yeah, I got Red Wing. I love that thing. It's my favorite paint job of that Seeker mold. So far, I've got every single Seeker except for Hot Link, which isn't even out. Studio Series Sentinel Prime should get an upgrade kit. Yeah, it should have included the shield and gun. I don't know, Scott. Like saying that is that's going to be the best when you haven't watched it is setting up for the potential that you're going to be disappointed by it. So I don't want to be too optimistic for it. I will say the one thing that I really like about the show is that they look like the toys. I think that's awesome. And I know someone's saying, "Oh, it's lazy." Well, it's inspired by an ongoing toy line that's constantly designing new figures, and they have to do it at a certain time frame, and this show is heavily inspired by the toys. Someone was like, oh well, they're not letting the creative team design the characters, they're just being lazy. The creative team, the designers, are the toy designers. And with shows like Cyberverse, they designed the characters first and then they made the toys. This is going the other way around. So it's not really lazy, but apparently it is because Hasbro. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of refractors now in that show too, so I wonder if that's gonna be like a background character. How do I tighten pin joints? Gonna have to look up a tutorial on that. I'm back. What did I miss? Oh, I was being very mean and bullying. Good evening, gentlemen. A question for Brian. What do you think would be a good Transformers song and Bionicle song to mash up together? Paraka Rap and the original Transformers theme. I don't know. I have to listen to it, but yeah. A friend of mine is getting MP10 tomorrow with everything, and he told me the figure was never opened. It was the Toys R Us exclusive. Wow. What's your opinion on Dark of the Moon original top spin or armor top spin? I love armor top spin. I only have the regular color top spin, but I always wanted that armor one, especially when like that could have been Twin Twist. I don't know why that wasn't, but I think that was the general idea. Do you want a Hot Toys figure out of yourself so you can stop motion with your MP Shockwave? That would be incredible if they did that. Mr. T fan page 101. Got any game consoles? No, I'm not much of a gamer. Uh, Although I do have Bionicle Heroes on the PS2, but mostly because I'm a Bionicle collector as well. So, I mean, look at all the Halo stuff back there. You can see I've got, I mean, it's all blurry, but I've got the box for the Mammoth. I got so much stuff. You can't even see half of it. I've never played the games. I don't want a War for Cybertron Bumblebee right now. I know people are saying that because the Cliff Jumper came out. I don't want a Bumblebee right now. At least not at the moment. There's so many in Studio Series already. And when I said that, some kid was like, oh, well, that's selfish because, well, not selfish, but think of all the kids that like Bumblebee. Okay, cool. Cyberverse and Studio Series. Tons of Bumblebees already. So it's not like we're devoid of Bumblebee. I just feel like we need a line where we could take a break. We could breathe. Do you think the Dinobots in the cinematic universe should go look semi-realistic like Far Cry Primal? Do you like them as knights or something purely classic and that's all? I'm not sure what you mean. I like the Dinobots and how they looked. I like that primal style. You have a P.O. box if you can DM me this week. I do not have a P.O. box. I appreciate it, but I don't need that Optimus right now. So close for until April 6th. Okay. When Studio Series figures deserve updates, I think Crankcase and KSI bots. Yeah. Has anyone remade the head for KSI Boss and sold that by itself? Ooh, Transformers Cybertron and Paraka Rap. Yeah. Oh, that was weird. My whole thing just scrolled up for no reason. Please tell Netflix I want my Netflix stream. I am backed up with so many comments, so if you guys have a legitimate question, could you please post it? I'm not going through random stuff right now. No, there was the Toys R Us exclusive MP10. That was the normal one, and then there was also the Year of the Horse one with the gold and black and stuff like that. I believe that the MP10 actually had 2 issues for its original deco, original style with Toys R Us, and then they charged like another $100 for it. Sunstorm. I would love a Sunstorm. Duracon with COVID-19 going around. Will it affect shipping costs, for example? I don't know. I can't really say for sure. I did order something online recently, though. I want a Bumblebee that does in parts form. We're literally gonna get every version of Bumblebee in Studio Series. I just know it. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon version of Bumblebee that they're gonna rework from the classic, not classic, but the new Camaro style. I want that new Camaro Bumblebee too. And people say that, oh, we're gonna get Dark of the Moon Ironhide at some point with the gun. Probably not. I would like to see that so that it gets a better release than the original one did, but I don't think so. I'd be surprised if we got Payload, you know. Hell, I'm surprised we got Skipjack. but there's an intended reason for that. Uh, Brian, if you don't want a Earthrise Bumblebee, then you don't want to a Bumblebee. Hope everybody could shut up about that. No offense to everyone who wants an. No, okay, yeah, that's the point that someone made is that, oh, you don't have to buy the Bumblebee if you don't want it. I'm very well aware of that, but that's not the point. The point is that instead of Bumblebee, they can make any other character they want, and we've already got so many Bumblebees in the line. I mean, if you want Bumblebee, get that Cyberverse Deluxe one. That looks good. I don't hate Bumblebee. I just think that we've gotten so many. We've got a show where he's the primary character. Hell, the show was later named after him, despite barely even showing Bumblebee in the show. So, if you ask me, I wouldn't mind seeing, the Hubcap or the Bug Bite or Glyph over Bumblebee or Tap Out. Why not have those characters that haven't been shown up? There's rumors that, with the Cliff Jumper, we're going to get a Bug Bite. Awesome. I would love to see that. We might get a Hubcap. Cool. It's about time we got a Hubcap because with the Legends class lineup, we never got a Hubcap. Oh, Rodimus Primal. Hello. Hey, Rodimus, it's my 9th year anniversary on YouTube. Do you think we need a Warpath and Brawn? I would love to see a new Warpath. I don't think we need Brawn because we got the Power of the Primes one, and I don't really have an issue with that. So it's like, we need a new one. It'd be cool, but I think that Brawn does a good job anyways, so we don't really need it. But Warpath, yes, because it was just a Megatron repaint. Studio Series Onslaught, you reminded me of that character. Siege. Oh, I would like to see another Sideswipe because I never got the chance to get it. Let's see. I'm gonna have to skip some of these comments. I'm sorry. I know there's 33 people watching, but it's so hard. I will say I am disappointed we didn't get an official Cybertronian or for Cybertron Bumblebee and Wheeljack to go along with the MTE Part 1. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that too. Especially when we knew we were getting a Wheeljack anyways. But then they just go straight to the Earth line, and it's like, oh, okay. Not that I hate that Wheeljack, although he should come with a additional weapon, but yeah. It's the fact that Bumblebee is taking up the spots of other characters that we haven't seen yet. Exactly. Dark the Moon Lightfoot. We haven't really gotten a good toy of that except for the Human Alliance one for a decent release. Q didn't really get a good release. Hell, Dark the Moon Soundwave. I have one in hand. And why? Because of Studio Series and a Bumblebee didn't take up its place. We had one wave where we had 2 Bumblebees. 12 years? Wow. Which is your least favorite new Studio Series figure out of these? Top Spin, ROTF. There it is. Our Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave. As much as I like the Dark of the Moon Soundwave, that Revenge of the Fallen one just, it looks so boring to me. It really does. It looks like one of the knights. I constantly tell myself, oh, it's not one of the knights of Iacon or whatever they're called. I can't even keep track. I'm sure Bay can't even keep track. But anyways, the Steel Bane, Dragon Storm, blah, blah, blah. It looks like one of those knights. And I keep telling myself, it's not. It is. It's not. It's my brain keeps switching between them. Remember back then, in the last night, we were excited for the Decepticons, but they ruined it. Onslaught! All right, I'm just skipping ahead because I'm sorry. There's so many comments that I can't really, and I do appreciate your comments, guys. It's just there's so much that I need to get through. They'll probably do the Dark of the Moon Bumblebee in the same wave as Q. Yeah, probably. Like that. I wouldn't mind a Dark of the Moon Bumblebee because I like Dark of the Moon. So I wouldn't mind Dark of the Moon characters in general. My favorite of the films. Dino is another one that we should have got. Maybe they can give us Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe with a hardcover and handguns, no blades. Yeah, that could probably work. Reminds me of the Decepticon protoforms. Yeah, you know what? You're right, actually. And Revenge of the Fallen B with Mudflap and Skids in the same way. I wouldn't mind a Skids and Mudflap. They should do the ice cream trucks again. Yeah. What do you think? When do you think we could get Studio Series Wheeljack/Q? I want to say next year. I mean, we already have the RC triplets, and that's kind of a surprise for me. So I would not mind seeing Wheeljack or Q next year. I feel like what they're doing is they're going by the movies. Like, yes, we've got a mix of a lot of stuff, but if you notice that the first film, we got a lot of the characters right away. And then all of a sudden, we've got Devastator, so we had to get some of the major characters for that, like Jetfire, Optimus, one that would combine with it, and Megatron and Starscream and stuff like that. So Revenge of the Fallen was a huge deal. And then with Dark of the Moon, we're kind of sneaking into that now. So I feel like it won't be long until we get a Leadfoot, Q, and stuff like that. I mean, we got Roadbuster, we've got Topspin, we got Soundwave, we got who else this year? Can't even think of them anymore because it's all a blur. I mean, yes, it's very mixed, but there's I can kind of see like they're progressing through the movies with a lot of these. So, do you think we'll get a Megatronus Studio Series? No. Do you mean the Fallen? I think maybe the Fallen, like the sidearm sideswipe from the Hunt for Decepticons first wave. Yeah, I would like to see a new version of that. I still have that. I love that thing. Much as he doesn't have the blades, I think that that's one of the best versions of Sideswipe before Studio Series. I just realized. Oh. Thoughts on more generations versions of Japan exclusive G1 characters? Oh, Depth of Source would be cool. Obviously, yeah, I would like to see more of that. Yeah, I want to get the Jet Shatter so that I have a Shatter, and I want to get the Blitzwing. I want to get the Cliff Jumper, so that at least I have one character from the movies or from the Bumblebee movie. I would also like to get the Jeep Bumblebee because the Volkswagen one isn't that great. So, do you think the reason why Paramount and Michael Bay chose to overuse humans over Transformers mainly because they don't give two rats ass about us? I think the reason why is because one, they want to show off actors because if they show off the actors, then they're going to be in interviews and stuff, um, promoting the movies. Even though I think the voice actors should have been promoted more. That's why you get a lot of big lead actors in animated movie roles, not so much random people that you don't really know. That, and it's probably easier to deal with because you have to work with the CGI. So, Bumblebee, Flemister, how about you say something relevant for once? Thank you. Do you think the reason why Oh, I already read that. We need a new SS Hound. You know what? That would be fine. Yes, the Fallen. Okay. You know the recipe for steamed hams? Yes, it's steamed and hams. Let's bring back his players. No. Do you want to see Travis Knight Megatron toy? Yes, I would. I think there's a third-party version of that coming soon. The Dark of the Moon Autobots from Studio Series we're missing is Leadfoot, Wheeljack, and Dino. And as far as repaying, remold, Ironhide and Bumblebee, but I feel like we don't need an Ironhide right now. Yes, I agree, but the whole thing of Ironhide is that a lot of people had a problem getting that, and I love that Ironhide so much. I would like to see people get a second chance at that, because that didn't even get into a revision wave or anything. It's just released, and then that was it. Would you like a new Warpath? Yes, I would. That's not in Legend scale, but the same size as Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. I wouldn't mind, but I would like to see it the same size as Cliffjumper. And he should have been in Siege. Do you think we need more Archer Bowman type characters? Oh, such as animated Rodimus? I would like to see that. Re-release Hunt for the Decepticon Sideswipe. They're not going to do that, but that would be cool. The only way they would do that is if Japan kept doing movie the best, and I haven't heard anything on that for a while. Oh, Revenge of the Fallen Brawn Mold 2-pack. Oh my god. You know what? I would like to see that just so that they could bring in that car into the Studio Series. I feel like if they're going to do that, though, they're going to do that with the Scattershot mold, I think. Is that the same car? I can't remember. I feel like there was a Scout class version of that, but I don't know. But as far as Brawn is concerned, I would love to see that Brawn come back, because I love that Brawn. I really do. I mean, I can see why digital drawing and CGI working is exhausting. Yeah, exactly. Gears or Huffer, that'd be cool. You know what would be cool is if we got the Studio Series pack. I miss these packs, by the way. They don't really do them a lot for Studio Series. But if we got a pack of characters, like we got a proper Crankcase, we got Dark of the Moon Ironhide, we got maybe Sideswipe again, and then we had maybe Crowbar in more proper colors, and then we just had the Mexican Standoff pack. Transformers YouTubers merged to Cringetron. Leader class the Fallen or Voyager class Galvatron. Yeah, that'd be cool. I feel like if we're gonna get a new Fallen, it's gonna be a Voyager class toy, though. I don't feel like it's gonna be a leader. Would be nice, but I just don't think so. Actually, you know what? I feel like they could potentially, because if you notice that Studio Series, despite the sizes, they've been putting the characters in classes that we have originally asked for, like Bone Crusher is Voyager, even though he's short. Dark of the Moon Megatron is leader, even though he's short. They're still in leader and they're still in Voyager. So, I really hope they do a Skywarp and Thundercracker and Earthrise. I think they are, because there was a rumored 2-pack of Seekers, and people are like, oh, maybe it's Ramjet and Dirge. I feel like the 2-pack of Seekers are going to be Thundercracker and Skywarp, because they didn't just want to make a mass release of 2 characters that they've already done. I mean, they could do that. I mean, we got Earthrise, Smokescreen, and Starscream, but I feel like they'll want to do in the mainline release, they'll want to do Thrust, Ramjet, and Dirge more so than, Thundercracker and Skywarp, but they still have that mold and they still need to move on from that character. So I feel like at that point, we're going to get Thundercracker and Skywarp, but I think it's going to be in that 2-pack. Scare Shop and Fire Trap, that's the name. I hope your Five Nights at Freddy's in the Bumblebee movie too. Wow, that is so fucking relevant. I don't care about Five Nights at Freddy's, okay? I don't care about this Toy Chica shit that you keep mentioning. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but holy crap, stop. I asked for relevant comments, and you just keep saying the same crap over and over and over again. I've asked you before, and you just keep going at it. Anyways, I just realized I sounded like a dick just then. I hope in San Diego Comic-Con we could get another Cyberverse Build-A-Figure. Yeah, I don't feel like we're gonna. I feel like Cyberverse is pretty much gonna wrap up at this point, but I mean, we could Build-A-Figure Alphatron. That would be nice. And thank you for being relevant to the conversation. I think he's always were in all the different Transformers shows and comics. He's bigger than Prowl and Hound, but smaller than Ironhide and Trailbreaker. Oh, yeah, I could see that, but just with that mini bot, stuck in my head. I mean, we got that deluxe Generations Warpath a long time ago, so I mean, we could use that. Cheap listings for Revenge of the Fallen Brawn. Oh, I do have Brawn. I love that thing. Earthrise Prime not being on Amazon? I could have sworn it was on Amazon. It was for a while, though. I know that Astro Train is. But I'm also looking at Canada, so. Some reason the movieverse is the same size as Megatron, but that's my opinion. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you think of an IDW before the reboot, pre-war Meyer Megatron? I know the Thrilling 30, Legends, and Iron Factory, the Tyrant exists, but what do you think? Didn't we kind of get that with those build figure things? I can't remember what they're called. But yeah, I feel like we got something similar to that. I think it would be cool. Ooh, Clobber as a warrior class figure. You know what? I don't mind that. She's bulky enough for it anyways. Michael Bay's Megatron or G1 Megatron? G1 Megatron. Unless it's that Last Night Megatron. I really like that version of him. What about an Outback from ROTS? Or RTS? I'm looking into getting that probably at the Toy Fair. I'll try and snag that, but yeah. V, you say that, and that reminds me, I think there was a time where people said jokingly that we need a leader class wheelie figure. And we have that, but it comes with a Dark of the Moon Shockwave. Congrats, ladies and gentlemen, you got your wish. It's the one Megs that you prefer the most out of the Michael Bay movies. Yeah, it's the Last Night Megatron. I like the Dark of the Moon one. I kind of like the idea of him being rugged and kind of worn out and torn apart. There's something kind of terrifying about his look. And I don't know, I just really like it. Revenge of the Fallen just kind of felt like, oh, I'm a big burly man. Oh, smash. There was just, I guess I looked too much into the first movie design, but there was something so off about the second film that I just couldn't get into it. I don't know if it's something to do with his cheeks being so big now, like they're tall and bleh. It's just so weird. Like I could see that, oh, that's Megatron, but it's also like there's something not right about that. And then when it came to Transformers 4, kind of looks scary, but yay. It would be nice if we got third-party animated stuff. There was that prototype Megatron that someone did for a 3D printer. Did you see the clip from Cyberverse of Perceptor? First of all, I wish you would not try and spoil the show. Second, I did see it. I saw the whole season. I've seen the entire season. I know I just said that I wish you didn't spoil it, but I wish that you gave a heads up before you said to spoil it. And also, maybe there's some people that have not seen it. So, Still no Studio Series Day Trader yet. Yeah, and there probably won't be. Oh, okay. Now I get it. I don't mind watching Revenge of the Fallen. I've said this before. I think the reason why I like Revenge of the Fallen, even though I'm well aware it's a bad film, is that it's kind of fun at the same time. You know, it can be. Um, I mean, yeah, it does have its bad moments. Trust me, it does. Anytime I say, yeah, I had fun with Revenge of the Fallen, someone's like, oh, well, you had fun with this scene and that scene. And it's like, yeah, because that's the only thing that ever happened in that film. While we're on the topic of Megatron, in my opinion, the Siege Meg's figure proportions feel off. Yeah, there's something about it that does look weird. I do like that Siege Megatron. I don't know why certain people hate that thing. I have no clue why. Because yes, it does have its problems. I will admit that. But there's people that like genuinely hate and despise that thing. I'm just like, okay. And it's the same thing with the Siege Starscream. Like that's my favorite uh, Siege mold so far. Although it might be topped soon because I did get something online that I'm getting soon. I did order something. Where can I watch Cyberverse Season 3? Dime Chalk Reports on Facebook, I believe. Somewhere on Facebook. Studio Series Dreadbot. I made a joke. This is a spoiler for the Insane Asylum whenever I upload that. Um, I made a joke where, what if they did Dreadbot, but they did it on the wrong mold again? Like they did it from Berserker? Also, I'm rebuying some of the smaller characters, movie deluxes, RC, blah, 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 because they're about masterpiece size. Yeah, I guess you could say that now. Um, hell, you know what? Yeah, that's actually a good point. Uh, what was I thinking? Oh, I've been looking into getting the Cyberverse Legion and Commander class toys that I missed out on. There's a lot that I skipped out because I was more focused on the main line. And now I have most of the main line, and I should probably try and get some of the smaller stuff just so that I can, continue buying some Cyberverse toys or Prime toys. Cover in hand, she feels amazing. Oh, Earthrise Jazz, not sure at the moment for myself. Oh, they're on Daily Motion? Okay. Is Flood. I'm quite liking the Netflix repaint. Yeah, oh. I feel like the scars on the Netflix Megatron is a reference to the markings that were on the G1 toy. Like, obviously, it's not the exact same, but I feel like the curly look was just a little too weird, so they just made random scratches. And I think that that's a nice touch. Um, Also, I wanted to bring up that I made a couple of mistakes in my Toy Fair video. I said that both of the Micromasters in the 2-pack were Groundhog. That's not the case. Um, and there was another thing that I messed up on. I wonder if we'll get an Earthrise, Ratchet, and Ironhide. I don't know. I don't feel like they're going to do everything from Siege and move them into Earthrise. Which, by the way, I have to thank Crimson Raptors for the Ironhide, or no, the Ratchet. And I have to thank BC for the Ironhide, BC Direct. because I've had a hard time trying to get those molds. Um, I like the Ironhide a lot. I really do, but I love the Ratchet. So thank you so much for those two. Earthrise Getaway, remold the Wheeljack would be cool. Actually, that wouldn't be so bad. I know that we're apparently going to get a repaint of Wheeljack into what is it? Exhaust. And that's something I really want to see. Which is funny because I think it was maybe a couple of weeks before that got announced. Someone had said, "Oh, they'll never do exhaust. That is such an obscure character." And I'm just like, "Well, look at all the obscure characters we've been getting, especially in the selects line." And they're like, "Yeah, I guess you could have a point." And then, oh, they're doing exhaust. Are you getting the mini evac from Prime Cyberverse? You know what? I kind of want to get it, but I don't feel like I'm required to do it. The Prime Cyberverse toys that I'm talking about are the ones that are from the Prime series. I know that in the Cyberverse line they had a bunch of like movie characters and stuff like that just to fill in the gaps because we got the Soundwave. I think we got the Mirage or Dino. And it's like that was for Dark of the Moon, wasn't it? So wait, they're doing exhaust seriously? Yep. We got a rumor for that. So take everything with a grain of salt, but it's a very reliable rumor at the moment because the rumor actually comes from tags from Toys R Us. Oh, a slicer from Wheeljack. Yeah, put that into the selects line. I want that. I'm just trying to find that listing again. Just so that we could quickly talk about that. Which reminds me, I think in the podcast, the part that was cut off was us talking about all the listings. And then we didn't do that this time around because I am a moron. Let's see, how am I going to do this? I also want to bring up the Sonic movie because I just feel like it. I really like that movie, despite the stupid Fortnite dance. I don't know why everyone's doing that and thinking, oh my god, that's the funniest thing. Like, how do they do that in the movie and think, oh, that's going to be relevant by the time this releases? Okay, so I typed in rumors and I got the first result from 2018. That's December. So let's try listings. I will get back to the chat. It's just oh, here it is. So possible rumors. I will see just for a sec. Okay, so this doesn't mention Trailbreaker and Sunstreaker. I was wondering if this was the first announcement for that. But for the selects line, we've got. So this is some of the rumors in case anyone wants to know or has not known. For selects, we've got Bug Bite, which I would assume is a repaint of Cliffjumper. We've got Hubcap, which again I would assume is a repaint of Cliffjumper. We've got Rotor Storm, which could be a repaint of Spinister. Most of the selects line is repaints anyway. So Hot House, which could be a repaint of Airwave. G2 Megatron, which obviously would be a repaint of Megatron. I would like to see that in green. I would also like to see that in Archforce colors and Bludgeon colors. Because that mold was reused for that. Definitely would love to see Archforce, though. Even if they just make a purple Megatron, I would call it Archforce anyways. Rorichi, which is apparently a redeco of Fast Track. A Clones 2-pack. So I'm hoping it's a repack of those clones that we gotten from those other packs, because those were a pain in the ass to track down. And it was so stupid. And then another listing for Hubcap, even though we just talked about it. Earthrise, we've got RC Smokescreen, Quinson Judge, Skylynx, and then all the classes. We also have Micromaster Spy Patrol, which could be the 4-pack, but I don't know. Could also be just a random Micromaster pack again. So we've got Exhaust, Grease Pit, which could be a repaint of Ironworks, or maybe it's a new mold if it's in the Earthrise line. Seeker Thrust, Voyager Seeker 2-pack. And yeah, and then Cyberverse, we got Repugnance's Revenge, which might just be a bunch of Repugnance repaints and maybe a Bumblebee or a Grimlock. Sinister Seeker Strike Force, Movie Masterpiece Unknown Character, and then other SDCC, G.I. Joe, and Transformers set. Ooh. And then we've also got, with that, little tags for some of the listings. And they're from Toys R Us as well, so it's not like just a random site. All right, so I actually think I do have to head out. This was just going to be a quick live stream anyways, so it wasn't going to be a big deal. But basically, I wanted to thank you guys for tuning in to 9 years of the YouTube channel. I wouldn't continue doing YouTube if people weren't entertained by this, because I want to entertain people. You know, I like making the content. I like, you know, producing something. But mainly, the whole reason why I want to do this is to entertain people. I want to make people happy and smile. So, with that out of the way, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all those fun doodads. I really do appreciate it. Tune in for those reviews for Dark of the Moon, Soundwave, Studio Series, and Earthrise Grapple if I can. Again, I'm sorry if I didn't come back to the chat. Ooh, a Blitzwing would be nice in Earthrise, but I don't know. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.